I just gave Claude Code access to every conversation that I've had on iMessage for the past 10 years. It created connections between me and all of the important people in my life. And not only did I map in my iMessage conversations, I also mapped in every conversation that I've ever had with ChatGPT and Claude. It even mapped out topics like this one here, newborn care. Since I'm a new dad, I talk with ChatGPT about this a lot. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 3 insane use cases that changed the way that I work and that changed my life forever. And I'm also going to be showing you exactly how you can build this by the end of today's video. So now I'm excited to dive into the use cases, and use case number 1 is I use this to help me research YouTube videos and then plan out my scripts based on what's worked. So here we have a central node that's linked to all of the YouTube channels that I'm currently tracking. Shout out to Julian Goldie. He has a giant node in here because he uploads like 15 videos a day on AI. But what it does is it reverse engineers the strategies of the top AI YouTubers. It looks at the analytics of their videos, and then it maps the titles of those videos that are performing well to specific keywords. Like here we have AI agent, which is just a massive keyword. Or we have this one, AI automation here, and it's linking out to all of those videos that are related to AI automation. Here's one for Claude, and then here's my little old YouTube channel over here, and it's connected to a lot more than just the giant YouTube research section over here. It's also connected to, as I said earlier, my iMessages, and most importantly, my scripting hub, which creates scripts for the videos like the one that you're watching right now. I can even enable my tags here, and then I can see which videos are doing well. Like I can see all of the videos that were marked fire, meaning they were above average view counts for the hour that we tracked them. And then also we have hot, we have warm, we have cold, frozen, and meh, which means they're just kind of okay. So then I can just tell Claude something like, I want you to create an Obsidian config grouping to show me all of the hot and fire videos in a unique way with grouping. And I'll go ahead and send that. And I've embedded skills in here like the Obsidian config that helps make this a seamless process every time. So it says, first, please close the graph view in Obsidian. So I'm just going to close that. It needs to restore the config. So I'll close those things and I'll say, okay, that's closed. And now it's creating the Obsidian config so that I don't have to manually label these things. And now if I open up the graph view again, it's going to actually tag these with the specific color that they are corresponding with. So as you can see here, Claude is a hot topic, Claude Code is a hot topic. All of these red things are important topics. And then the fire topics are getting highlighted in orange. So these are kind of like those middle of the road topics. And as you can see, channels are purple. And the less impressive keywords for different topics are in blue. The next data that I ingested into the system was my ChatGPT conversations. So if I just type in ChatGPT, I can see all of my ChatGPT conversations here, or at least the topics related to them. So I have my node, and then I also have this node here, which is the ChatGPT hub, which links out to all of the source topics that come from ChatGPT. We have things like SaaS product design in here, cognitive primitives, faith and theology. And what these ultimately do is they link out to my breakthroughs, my frameworks, and my principles, all tied back into this single node here for my ethos, my entire operating system for the way that I live. So I can click into this N8N and automation node here, and it talks about what it is and all of the ChatGPT conversations that were related to it, along with some common requests like N8N JSON validation and normalizing and validating code. And then as you can see, I also have a node for Claude conversations, which links out to all the topics that I've talked to Claude about, like business philosophy, UI design experiments, procedural generation. So I can really start to see what I was using ChatGPT for versus what I was using Claude for. Now, the next way that I use this system is I ingested all of my iMessages, right? So I'm able to actually make all of those connections to different topics and people in my life. So I can tell Claude something like, create a configuration that shows only the search filtered people that have topics related to them from my iMessage data. Color code them accordingly. And if I send that off and then I close the graph view while it's doing that, it's going to explore all of the people that I'm connected with, all of the group chats, all of the topics and how they're related to those people. It's discovered 92 people, 70 topics, and 20 group chats. And it says I can reopen graph view. So let's go ahead and do that. And boom, it just has this isolated area because it's filtered by the search, and it's also grouped them by different colors. So it put my family in gold, it put business contacts in blue, it made clients orange, personal friends green. So if I wanted to scroll in here on my business contacts, I could just hover over some different business contacts here and I could see how they're connected between different things. like Gage here. He's connected to multiple different topics. He's connected to AI Foundations, consulting calls, Greenline Media, My Business 36 Lakes, or another business contact, Carson, for instance. What I could do is I could find common topics that are linking my business contacts, like Carson. Greenline Media is connected to Carson, but it's also connected to Gage. So I could look at that as an opportunity to connect two business contacts in my network. And if I click into someone here, as you can see, it creates an entire arc for them. It creates an entire relationship sideline. So with Gage, it goes back to 2019 all the way up to 2025. Now, if you want this entire system, I'm going to be giving away the entire blueprint inside of AI Foundations with all of the skill files, the Claude MD, the patterns that you use for ingesting and updating all of these different sources. So I'm going to show you guys iMessage. I'm going to show you ChatGPT import, Claude import, but I'm going to be adding more sources to this community resource. So if you want to, you can join AI Foundations below, and there we offer unlimited tech support. We also do weekly Q&A calls, and we have awesome resources just like this. But now, as promised, I'm going to show you how I built this system. All that this is at the core is folders and markdown files that describe exactly what these nodes are doing and how they're connecting. And this is great for Claude because it's good at researching lots of text. So I have folders in here like people, and this contains all of the people nodes. And then we have the topics folder, which is great because it funnels all of these different areas of my life into these unifying topics. And then what we get here on the other end is we get these nodes that help us map out how these files are connected. And for instance, I have a file that's just focused on my frameworks that I've created. So if I click into frameworks, as you can see, there's this nice metadata up top. We have these properties, and this is just called front matter in Markdown. I'll show you what that file looks like in the background in a moment, but basically it just lays it out here in plain text so that I can read and edit it, but I can also have Claude read and edit this stuff and make different connections as well. So Obsidian makes this look a lot cleaner, but what it looks like in the Markdown file is this right here. And this is that front matter that I was referring to. It's just some dividers around some basic data here so that Claude can actually query this stuff and categorize it. I even have a dedicated document for this video that helped me script and research it against other YouTube channels that have done well with these types of videos. And also it just helps me stay on track with the video. Step one is to head over to obsidian.md. And this is the app that we use to create all of those links between these nicely written Markdown documents. And you can just download it using the link in their menu. Once you download it and open it, you can create what they call a vault. And a vault is just a folder where all of those Markdown files are going to live. So you can create one, or you can open up a folder on your device. So I'll just hit create. And for the vault name, I'm just going to write tutorial-test. And then you can browse a location to put it. And I'm going to hit create. Out of the box, what you'll get is this blank workspace. And I can close this welcome tab here. And now we have the graph view. So there are a few nodes that they give you by default, which are just like some tutorial nodes. They show you how to create a link, and they give you a welcome page here. Then I'm going to open up Claude Code in this folder, and I'm just going to tell it to ingest any information that I want. For me, it was iMessages, it was YouTube data, it was ChatGPT and Claude conversations. And I show you guys how to connect all of that in the AI Foundations community. I really break it down, but just to give you an idea, you can simply tell Claude how to get this information. Like I could take something like the Bitcoin white paper here, and I could download this file. I simply drag it into Claude, and then I say, construct markdown files with links that describe everything from this paper, all with sources, and create a central one called Bitcoin that all of them link back to. And I send this off, and now it's reading the white paper. And as you can see, it's creating a folder here, Bitcoin white paper. And I'll go to the graph view and I'll watch it as it creates these files. And boom, just like that, it created all of those in one go. So we have Bitcoin, it goes out to calculations, privacy, double spending, timestamp server. It has all of these interconnected files here. And it just added Satoshi Nakamoto, creator of Bitcoin as well, right in front of us, and that connected to specific ones as well. And then boom, it added transactions. So this is a separate node. And when I click into these nodes, I can read exactly how everything works and how it's all connected. And this is a lot quicker than manually entering this stuff because this is what Claude is best at. And it's still adding stuff as we look at it here. Now inside of our community, I'm giving you access to the scaffolding that created my system over here, along with the skills for conversation ingestion from ChatGPT and Claude, iMessage ingestion for taking in all of your iMessages, the Obsidian config, which helps it work better with Obsidian. And if you want to see my full Claude crash course, then you can check out this video right here, which is a 2-hour course that will get you up to speed, take you from beginner to pro in Claude.